Good morning, guys. What's going on? Welcome back to the mountain. Well, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to put up a deer feeder today and a tripod deer stand. I got this Wild Game 225-pound capacity deer feeder that we're going to put up, get programmed, get a battery in, get some corn in. And then I also got this tripod deer stand right here. It'll go up to 16 feet, 12 to 16 feet. I'm gonna put it out back by the power lines back there. We got a lot of rain in the forecast for the next week. So this is about the only day that I got, and I don't even have many hours today, I believe, before it starts raining to get this thing up and to start getting some corn put on the ground. I'm not gonna put a lot of corn out with it raining so much because I don't want it to mold and all of that. The deer won't eat it. But hunting season is about halfway over, and I'm getting a late start on this because I've been so busy on the build over there. So I really want to get this up. And see if I can get some deer coming into the property, because I would like to at least get one for this year. One should be enough for me as far as protein goes. So yeah, and according to Mike over there at 3 Mississippi, he says I can't shoot straight, so I'm gonna have to show him something. Come on. Let me get this deer feeder loaded up and the corn and grab some tools, and we'll head out to the power line and get these things assembled. And I'm going to take you guys along, show you how difficult it is. I'm sure it ain't going to be fun by myself, but we'll make it happen and tell you what I actually think about the whole situation. We got quite a bit of ruts out here, and the grass is growing up. I can't really see. It's too cold to be getting stuck out here and dealing with some muddy water. So we're gonna walk it for a minute and see what it looks like. As you can see, got a lot of water here coming off the mountain behind us. And there's a nice little pool of water right here, which might be good for them coming to get some water and drinking. Look around, try to find the best spot to put everything. I want to put the stand on this tree line somewhere, just don't know where yet. Got ruts there, got a big washout right here, and ruts all along here. I think if I stay to this side, I'll be all right. We got another little feeder creek right here. Yeah, I think we can make it through. Might have to do a little mud bogging. All right, change of plans. It's a little thick down there. I can see a little game trail right here coming out this clearing right here. So I think I'm gonna put the feeder right in this area and then put my stand over there by that big cedar. Should give me plenty of cover, and I should be able to see this whole run pretty well. All right, we're gonna start with the deer feeder. I'm thinking that this is probably going to be the easiest one. I might have just jinxed myself. That's the battery for it. It's a Game Winner 6-volt, 4 amp hour. Let's see what's all in it. Sure, these are the legs. Here's the spreader. Set that off to the side. Got the hardware. Oh, got me a sticker. Let's see what we got here. Right there's the overall look. A little hinge system. I'm sure this is for the lid. And they got these drop pin things right here, these little rivets. You're gonna stick that in a hole and then beat it down. All right, we're gonna start by getting the barrel put together. All right, we got all the holes lined up. Now we're gonna go through and push these in all the way around. And then I'll tap them in. Just tap it in. All right, I don't have a hammer with me, so we're just gonna use the bracket. All right, now we're gonna flip it upside down and start putting the legs on. All right, you're gonna wanna make sure that they're angled out, just like that. Now we're gonna put the brackets on that hold the spinner. All right, now we got to put this little cone on right over this hole in the center. Power tools make life great. Next step, we're going to put the spreader on. Then we got 4 more screws. Now we're going to put the first set of legs on to be able to get it off the ground. I'm going to flip it over and go ahead and put the lid on. I don't understand why they got it round going into a square. I felt like that first pole they could have squared it off. It would have been a lot better fit. But I'll work with it. I'm going to try to find some flat ground to put it. When I flip it over, these legs just kind of pull out, so they're not that great. So I'm going to try to get it to where it's going to go before I put the rest of the legs on. All right, this is where the hinge is going. This right here is your hinge. It's going to face off of it backwards, and then there's little spacers that go up underneath, and then we use the same things that we use down here to lock it into place. Well, there it is. My camera fell, but that right there was the biggest pain in the butt so far. Let's grab the lid. Basically, you're going to pull this out, let the lid fall in. I have a little Carter key here. You slide in, bend it out. There you go, your lid's installed. All right, guys, I found the pieces. I put 2 more of those things, the same things that were there. And then you lift up on it, and then I put the little latch thing right here. And it locks it in place. Not too bad. This feeder was only $98. Let's go ahead and put the legs on it, get it in the air, get the battery in it, and put some corn in it and test it out. Right, and the ground right here. Okay, we got the time. Make sure that it'll shut. It will shut. It is about 1:43. Feeding time 1. 5:30 in the morning. We're just gonna do 5 with all the rain that we got coming. Pretty easy. Wild Game, I've used some of their trail cams and stuff before in the past, and it's typically pretty user friendly. One thing I don't like though, I just bought this battery brand new from Academy Sports, and look, it's halfway full. Yeah, not good. Let's do a test. All right, let's go ahead and shut this. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the ladder and we'll get some corn in it. All right, we got it up, guys. It looks good. I got corn in it. We're fitting to run a test to see how far it broadcasts. I gotta mess with Mike one more time. Hey, look, buddy, I put the feeder up, I filled it up, I programmed it, and look, there's no corn on the ground. Love you, man. All right, let's see how it does here. You want to talk about broadcasting, with me putting it so high in the air, it literally threw corn all the way to the front of my truck. So that's pretty cool. Also at 5 seconds, it's not a whole lot of corn. Should work pretty good with all the rain that we're gonna have. Probably after the rain, I'll probably increase the time that it spreads a little bit just to get a little more corn on the ground, because the deer around here are not used to this feeder right now, and I want to kind of entice them to come in. But all in all, not too bad. It's got a very good broadcast. Like I said, it's probably every bit of 20, 30 yards to the front of my truck there. And it slung corn all the way to the front. So that right there should give me a good area of corn broadcasted. All in all, very easy assembly. And also, as far as setting up the timers and all of that, I never even looked at the instructions. It was pretty self-explanatory if you've ever worked with one before. So, good stuff. Well, now it's time to move on to what I believed is probably going to be a pain in the rump shaker to put together. And that is that one right there. And that is a game winner, adjustable 12-foot to 16-foot tripod. Yep, we're definitely going to get it. All right, let's get the truck moved over to where that one's going, and we'll start again. All right, we're backed into the spot. You can see the feeder right over there in the distance. I'm right along the tree line right here, and I believe I'm gonna try to set it up right in this area right here. Seems like I got a nice level ground spot right here. There's a lot of briars right here. I need to get my tractor down here and kind of clear it out a little bit. All right, just ran to the house. I'm gonna grab Uber where I'm wanting to put the tripod stand. There's a ton of briars and stuff all over there. So I'm gonna take Uber down there and clear those briars out of the way. That way when I'm walking to and from the stand, I ain't dealing with all those briars. And also, I don't feel like dealing with it with putting up the stand. Well, I wish I had my bucket on the tractor. I'd be able to get all of these briars up, but the grapple is just because I don't have much time, because that weather is starting to set in. It's starting to get late. But why I got the tractor down here, I'm going to go over there to the feeder and I'm going to do this same thing right around the feeder. And that should help things a little bit with the corn getting scattered on the ground. Good morning, guys. Well, we are back at the deer feeder. As y'all seen in the time lapse, I cleared out most of the grass around here and kind of tilled it up just a little bit. And then I went to Walmart last night and I picked up some of this Evolved Harvest Hunter Scale Mega Plot series. It says that it's good for early, mid, and late season plots. And it's also fast growing. Now, I've never used this, so I have no idea how good it is, but I'll let y'all guys know in the future if it worked out. I'm not getting too crazy with this food plot. I am very late in this season getting one started. I just want to try to give something extra to kind of attract the deer and let them know that, hey, there's groceries over here on Come On Mountain. So I'm going to go ahead and spread some of that out by hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my cat litter bucket here that's empty. I'm going to put it all in there because I'm not going to need all of that. I'll probably end up doing another food plot over there towards the opening that I got where the cabin is over there. So I'm going to put that in there, spread it out over there. Then I'm going to grab a couple of old stumps and I'm going to try out this. I've never tried this as well. Some of that deer cane liquid. And I'm going to put one like there and one over there just to kind of give them something to smell and kind of attract them to this area, because I'm sure everybody else has already got all their food plots done and has been feeding them for a while now. So I got to have something to attract them over here to Come On Mountain. Well, let's go ahead and get this done and started, and then we'll start putting up the tree stand. All right, we got the seed down. I got some good coverage. I don't know if you could pick it up on the camera or not, but as I was walking around throwing some seed, I did see some sign that's a good sign. Check this out. We got some tracks. Not a whole lot of tracks. It looks like it was probably just one deer. Looked like a pretty heavy one though. It sunk down pretty good there in the mud. But there's corn around. I got seed out now, and I've already seen some tracks with only one night out. So less than a night, honestly. So that's a good sign. So now we need to get the stand up. That way we got a chance to get one of them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move the truck over there to the tree line, and let's get this tripod stand up. All right, man, there's a lot of briars out here. Well, I'm sure this right here is about to get real interesting. You're probably going to need an engineering degree to put this together. I've never put one of these tripod deer stands together before. I have hunted out of one time, one morning at a peanut field there in Georgia. But, and they're real nice. I really like them. So let's see what this one's going to turn out like. Let me go ahead and get it out of the box and get the directions and start putting this together. And yeah, I'm going to use the directions on this one. I know one thing, it's not light. I love having the old multi-time. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a minute, guys. Well, I do know that this is the seat. All right, let me get all this out the box and separate it, and we'll see what we got. All right, guys, we got everything unloaded. Look at all the nuts and bolts and brackets to put this thing together. This is going to take some time. But I got everything separated, nice and neat in its own section. Try to stay as organized as possible because this is definitely a big build project. And more than likely, it's probably a two-person project, and I'm about to do it by myself. So I'm going to get into these instructions, figure out what the first step is, and we're gonna start getting it together. Whew. All right, guys, that was a lot of work to get it to this point. Pretty much got the platform put together. Besides the seat, it hasn't told me to put the seat together yet. I got the first rung of ladders on there and the first set of poles. I'm probably going to go up one more set, which should make it 12 foot. I'm going to try to do it without my tractor, but if it's too hard to get the poles up there, then I'm going to go ahead and get Uber and lift it up and then put the poles up underneath. I might be able to rock it one direction or the other and get it up, but that's what we're going to give it a try. The sun is starting to set. I hope I can get this done by the end of the day. All right, guys, we're going to keep getting at it. It's coming together though, a lot of little pieces, but I don't mind. The instructions seem to be pretty good, and also the construction seems to be pretty good, which I like, being that I'm going to be setting 12 to 16 foot in the air. Come on. All right, guys, we did it. That was quite the project. I'm not gonna lie, but it was a fun one, and I am happy. I am set up to hunt in 2022 on Come On Mountain. This stand was actually not too bad to put together by myself. I worked it out. It is very, very sturdy. I have the stakes in the ground. Everything is safe. I opted to only go 12 foot on it because I don't really need to go much higher than that for the terrain that I'm in, because it is nice and flat all the way down. We're gonna go ahead and go upstairs here, sit in a chair, and show you what the view is gonna be like. And the sun is setting right now. Look how gorgeous that is, guys. It's got a nice little chair that swivels, and basically right here's the view, guys. I can see all the way to my corner of my property there, all the way down to the corner of my property over there. And I'm tucked away back here in the trees. I have a pine tree right here beside me and a couple other right there behind me. Well, hopefully, guys, this is where I get the big one. Now, I do have, if you look, a camouflage netting that I'm actually going to put around the front of this that will help conceal me for when the deer walk out right over there by the feeder. I am happy, guys. I will have to say that this is the nicest hunting spot I've ever hunted. If you look right through the mountain, right through the trees right there, you can see the mountain all the way down. And plus right over there, you can see the mountains. And look at that beautiful tree on the corner right there with all that color. I am happy. I'm hoping this is a good spot. It took me about 8 hours to get the feeder up, to get it tilled up, to put a little food plot together over there, and also to get this up. All in all, not too bad. 8 hours of work, and I'm set up to hunt for 2022. I'll take it. Let me know what you guys thought about this type of video. This is something new. I haven't done this since the beginning of my channel. Looking forward to taking you guys along with me on hunting trips and see what we get. I'm going to pull the card on the camera to see if anything came in last night, put a new card in it. And then we're going to let this set for a couple of days just so the deer's got a chance to get used to it. And we'll see how it goes. If you have not liked and subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you do it, because we got all kinds of adventures coming up in the future, guys. So until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure. Quick little update. I was able to get the camouflage on before it got dark. Check it out.